settings on the phone when I stream this way. All right, we should be good. Hello. I think everything is running properly. Either way, I'm hungry. I'm getting my bacon started. Oh, I moved them up here. I got some things ready in advance and apparently forgot that I did so. Oh, Lordy. Another day. Another day is upon us. What up, Himrod? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Getting back into the swing of streaming earlier streams in the day. You know, something not necessarily automatically magic related. So the breakfast streams are a great time to talk about whatever the hell is going on. Hey, Himrod, I'm alright, buddy. I mean, I just recently got up, so I've always, I feel like almost every morning I gotta shake off the morning grog. I don't know if that's a combination of getting older, being not in the best shape, or just like a combination of them, you know? What up, Gascoigne? How you doing, buddy? Jose! It's good to see breakfast streams back up. Keep with the great lore videos. Thanks, buddy. I shall indeed. I mean, I had considered doing these streams more magic themed as well, but I realized everything I'm doing is everything gets magic tied into it. I'm already doing some magic stuff on here and there. I don't need to make everything magic related. It's fun, but it's good to have other stuff going on as well, right? So I'm gonna keep the stuff on here a little more varied, I'm guessing. But I'm not going to limit myself, so if I'm going hardcore with magic or whatever else, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? It's not worth worrying about. I am almost out of paper towels, though, so that is something to worry about. How am I going to soak up my bacon fat? Oh, I can actually hear the stream running in the other room. Hold on, I gotta mute that. That's going to annoy me. Open up on the screen, then I could hear myself talking in the other room, and I'm like, that will definitely distract the hell out of me. Oh, what up, Blue Dukes? How you doing, buddy? Oh, so the weekend is here. It is definitely too cold outside. I'm looking forward to the weather getting nicer. I'm sick of this nonsense. I'm sick of all the cold, all the snow. I don't want to be out in it. Oh, that's funny. The reflection in the camera of the top of this right here, it kind of looked like a giant donut to me on the camera. I'm like, what is that? What is that gigantic disc-shaped thing? Take a look. Bacon's starting to heat up. Bacon's starting to heat up. Oh, come on. There we go. I keep tilting the camera. Bacon still refusing to show up. Oh man, I'm totally out of practice. I'm out of practice using this setup, dude. It used to be the norm. I used to do all my streams on the phone. Unfortunately, you get less options. You can't do a lot of the funky, silly stuff. But there's no way. I don't have a huge computerized house, so. It's like if I want to do a live stream from the kitchen, it has to be done this way. It'd be dope to have a massive computer setup where you could actually string all these different, well, I guess maybe just wirelessly. It depends. There's a couple of different ways you could set it up, but it'd be dope to have it set up where they'll just have different cameras in different places and screens in different places to read the comments as well, because the phone has so little space on it. It only holds a few things at a time, right? Oh, ugh, man. I am very hungry right now. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I don't know how it goes for you guys, but I'll wake up and sometimes I'm ravenous. And other times I wake up and it's just you kind of have to make yourself eat almost because you know what it's like being an adult where you're like, bro, if I don't eat as an adult, I am going to throw tantrums like a child. I've noticed that, right? You just end up getting like angry and worked up, but it's like you're an adult. You should know better. You can't, no. Who had any idea, right? So being a responsible adult is garbage. I want to be one of those fat sacks of crap in Wall E. Put me in one of those chairs and zorp me around. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I hate how this does this, man. The chat, like, hello, Tetsaru, Linda, Bo. I didn't see any of you guys come in because it wasn't showing me on the screen. That's another thing too. It's like apparently, yeah, people are chatting. We're not going to show you though, and it's like, but I'm trying to interact with people on a live stream. What are you doing? What are you doing? What up, Doug? Oh well, limitations of technology. It is what it is. Maybe one day I will have that set up where I have like extra cameras that can have it all hooked up to my computer in the main style. Hashtag goals. Goals! So it appears that when I stream this way, it might turn out that the live stream chat doesn't show up until much later. So I don't know if it's a better idea to just leave these unlisted at first until they're fully done processing and then make them available, or just have people figure out, yo, the comments will show up at a certain point, so you might want to just wait until later. It's not like we're talking about any timely news or anything we got to worry about, right? So it's all good. All right. Oh, I can smell the wood smoky hickory kind of flavoring. It's a tease too, though, right? Oh God! So I got my haircut trimmed last night. Carly took the clippers to it. She did a pretty good job. I mean, it might have been better to keep it for the warmth. Tasty, yeah, dude. There is tons of counter space. Carly laments that there's not enough though. In the other place that we lived, our kitchen was longer than this. It was wider than this. Like the kitchen was in a lot of ways worse, but one way that it was better, because it was so wide, we had long tables running along the side, so you could have so much stuff in there. Like this does have a fair bit of counter space, but it actually feels like a step downwards from what we had before. And as you can see, there's tons of stuff. Tons of stuff, all the way to the back where there are appliances lined up. Carly wants more appliances and more shelf space. Sorting cards and watching the Olympics. Yeah, all right. Oh, it's Winter Olympics, eh? The more boring of the Olympics. I never really got that into it. One year I got hardcore into like women's curling for some reason, but that was it. Finn, I ain't wandering around shirtless in this weather, man. I know what you're looking to see, but it ain't gonna happen. That ain't happening, son. Where's my water? Where's my water? I'm thirsty. All right, there we go. Got my water. I'm good. Hmm. So I still haven't figured out what's going on in the world of magic today. I pretty much got up and just did this. I didn't really want to start like diving into that right away. It's like, sometimes I'm interested, like, hey, what's going on immediately? And sometimes I'm like, nah, let me wake up. Of course, I wasted my time looking at other dumb nonsense, so it's just a waste. I get caught up sometimes in like the news cycles of what's going on and everything, and I start to read it, and then I realize there's no point in me reading this. I'm not doing anything with the information. I'm not informing myself to like make things better. And a lot of the news is just awful. It just makes you feel bad about what's going on. So I'm like, whatever. I'll pay attention to things I actually intend to do something about. Otherwise, why worry about it, man? I'm so tired of all the political stuff, man. And you can't avoid it no matter where you go, right? I was over on, over on the Historian. People will come by and be like, hey, what do you think about what's going on with the truckers and all that? Here's what I think. Fuck off. That's what I think. I want to be left the fuck alone. I don't give a shit about politics. I don't care what's going on. You may not like to hear that, but guess what? Don't care about that either. I'm just trying to have a fucking good time. I'm just trying to enjoy my goddamn life, right? People always want to drag whatever current political shit that's going on into it. I just don't want it. It's like, what is it about a cardboard rectangle game that makes you think that I want to talk about fucking politics? Do you know what I mean? Hey, I noticed that you like dragons flying through the air like I do. Yeah, too. Great. So, what do you think about like people's body rights and like birth and all? What? How about fuck that? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do it. MS, how about now, Mr. Hatcher? MS, I don't know what you mean by how about now, but yeah, buddy. Hemrod, yeah, fuck politics. You know, I appreciate, you know what, I will say this, because I did just complain a little bit. I appreciate, first of all, that people are interested in my opinion. That's cool, right? And I also appreciate that as soon as I make it clear that I'm not interested in this, pretty much everybody gets on board and goes, you know what? Yeah, dude, forget it. Who cares? Like, that's the level I'm at. I'm not like, oh my God, how dare you bring this up? Because that's insane. Some people are like that. But I do get like, once we've said, hey, let's talk about something else, as long as you're not like a dog with a bone, we're all good. You know? I can be bad about certain things too. Thankfully, they're not as tedious as politics. A little bit of my morning grump coming out too, guys, admittedly. You know what I mean? Like, I feel it. I'm just a little, yeah, you know, whatever. Like the people who do it like in more of a jokey kind of way, like joking references made to what's going on out in the world politically or whatever doesn't set me off the same way. I'm like, that's cool. You're just making a topical reference, and ultimately what you're trying to do is just fit in and have a good time. You're not trying to derail it to the conversation you want to have. We've had people do that where they're just like, everything's political and you need to be super involved in it. And it's like, well, I got a little bit of a mind twist for you, buddy. How about this one? If everything is political, then my choice to abstain from these conversations is also political. So I guess I've made my political choice and you get to live in your world, but you don't get to quite live in the world you want, because ultimately when you say everything's political, what you're saying is you have to talk with me about these things that I care about, and ultimately you have to agree with me. And it's like, go away, man. Get out of here with that garbage. So I make the mistake sometimes of getting pulled into that crap. Like, I don't know about you guys, but my phone has like a news feed kind of built into it now. If you just swipe in the one direction, it's got a news feed. But almost everything there is worthless. There's some cool stuff, like scientists trying to figure out how to uncover information coded into like black holes, and you're like, wow, that's amazing. But I rarely ever end up clicking on those. And then I find myself clicking on absolute garbage articles. And then after, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're literally reading, like, we're getting to the point where people are just writing articles about other people's tweets. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's literally just, here's an article about this person's tweet. I'm not even going to add any, like, insight to it. MS here for, oh, you're here for the sexy bacon. Let me show you, buddy. Let me show you. There you go. Listen to that sizzle. Do you know what I mean? Like, in terms of, like, oh, let me, I got distracted thinking about that bacon sizzle. Yeah, whatever. Whatever it was I was saying, I lost the thread of it. So good job distracting me with the bacon. But yeah, you know, I like having a good time hanging out with you guys, chatting, talking about whatever, not really worrying about too much. The current state of bacon is good, Doc. It's good, buddy. Oh, yeah, man, it's nice. It's nice to have a an ability to like get together and chat in these times. But it's the news stuff. That's what I was talking about. I get pulled into these articles where it's like basically the guy just goes, you read the title of it, and then you go to it, and the article is like it's literally just a summary of the tweets with no additional opinions offered or anything. Do you know what I mean? So you just go, what? I could just read the tweets. You wrote a whole article about these tweets. Like, this is nothing. It's absolutely nothing. Paul Falcon and Linda coming in at the same time. You guys like the flowers, hey? It's, I think Carly got these from the dollar store. I think she got 3 or 4 packages. They're like stickers or whatever that you place on the wall. And she spent the time doing this. Honestly, like, she adds a lot of nice things to life. I don't really care about my environment, but I should, because it affects you. And I don't think about that, right? I just live my life. You can put me in whatever scenario and I'm pretty much like, I'll be fine, whatever, right? But if you live in a nicer environment, it does somewhat affect you. And you may not pay that much attention to it. But Carly's gone ahead, she's done these flower things here. She keeps the home like looking relatively nice overall. You know, I'm not one of those people that, why is that our house in super amazing condition? Especially since I am a disorganized, messy guy. And at the end of the day, if I want the house to look a particular way, I'm capable of doing it too. It's not like it's her responsibility entirely, but she does a great job of taking care of our home. What up, Nathan? And part of that is adding decoration. So actually, you know what, guys? Let me show you the little bit that she's done right over here. That's pretty neat. So these little look at these little like mirrors and the little plant holders. Isn't that neat? I mean, it's not like super exciting. It's just like kind of everyday boring home decor. Like if I went into somebody's house and saw that, I'd just notice it for a second. That'd be it, right? But little things like that make the home happier for her, and it looks all right. I don't care if it's there, truthfully, but still, it's not too shabby. But we got my swords up. Got my Legend of Zelda sword over there, Hylian shield there, my other sword over there. Finn, no live, laugh, love sign. If Carly wants to hang a sign that says live, laugh, love, what am I gonna say? No, you know what? Those are all great things, but here's the thing: it's cliche. I've seen it in too many kitchens, so you can't have the thing you enjoy because it's too cliche. Come on, man. Come on. Sausage and hash browns, fried eggs and coffee. Nice, Nathan. Nice. She's not tall enough to use the mirrors. Yeah, actually, Bo Falcon, she had to get on a stepladder to put those things up. Doug, I see what you're trying to do. You're like, your house could use a homunculus. No, because you mean you. You're just going to show up in a really garbage, like, Minions costume or something and be like, I heard you need a homunculus. And be like, Doug, I know that's you. Get the hell out of here. And you're going to be like, how did you know it was me? It's like, Doug, the only one who would come dressed up with a minion goggle on, wearing nothing else is you. Hide your dick, hide your shame, get out of here. Beat it. And you know what I mean when I say it. I mean, when I say beat it, I mean put on pants and leave. But yeah, I mean, those cliche signs that like my aunt loves that kind of stuff, right? Who cares? Who cares? You know what? If she wants to have lame stuff in the house, she can have lame stuff in the house. I'm fine with that. I don't need to approve every decoration, every little thing she has in the house. It's fine. You know what I mean? Like, this is a shared living space. If it makes her happy, she can put it up. The truth is, I would never even really notice it. Finn, a magic, oh my god, like a Triforce made out of bacon? Yeah! I like that. I like that a lot. Ah! Oh my god. I saw this orange, and I saw the sticker on it. My brain went, that orange looks like it's got a spot of mold on it. And then I'm like, nah, it's just the sticker. And then I grab the orange and squeeze it a little. It feels a little soft. And then I rotate it. Oh my god! What the hell? There's like nothing else. Can you see that through the bag? Look at how green it is. That's going straight in the trash. Are you kidding me? That's funny. Everything else around it's super fresh. Like, Fresh apple. Yeah, that's amusing. Ah, hear that sizzle. It's cooking. That's funny. At least to me. She's on top of everything. It's almost like I wish I'd found it when she was home, so I'd be like, "What is this?" Just to amuse myself. Ooh. Oh, I need food, man. What up, Skyfire? How you doing? Man, Carly's all happy because she got an orchid and it's blooming. I like how excited she is about like the household stuff and everything around here. You know, it's nice to see how enthused she is, just bustling around, wanting things to be a particular way. Oh, I want to do this and whatever. She's just excited, and it makes me feel nice. It's happy. Bo Falcon, Bo Falcon, she is currently at work. She made such a good impression at her workplace that they're actually giving her a promotion. So she's like picking up extra shifts here or there because they don't have that many hours to go around with to begin with, based on the nature of like the business that she's working in. They have like particular like high season times and stuff like that. So they don't have as many hours to go around. Carly's been picking up like extra shifts, little bits. This one's like 3-4 hours, whatever, right? Like, so yeah, it's good. She's out doing that, and that's nice. And now that helps me get back into the swing of these kind of streams without her being around and whatever. Because she was telling me, she's like, I don't want you to worry that when I'm around, I don't want you to not be doing your breakfast streams. I'm like, oh, whatever. It's all good. I used to do them when you were around. And she's like, yeah, before too, I'd be there and I didn't have any choice. Now, if she's out here, whatever, as soon as the breakfast is cooked, I can just take the stream over to the chill room. Nathan felt rich and lazy and pitched to them, the decadence into the trash with you oranges. Linda, I wouldn't do that to Carly. I like imagine this. Imagine Linda being married to a man and you hear him all the time. You already got more than your fill of everything that he says. And then you come home and he tells you have to sit down and watch an hour-long rambling live stream of his breakfast. Skyfire, yeah, she's looking cute with her new hair. She's gonna bring home the bacon. That's right. I pay for the bacon. She brings it home, and then we both cook it depending on the scenario. I cook it at breakfast time. She cooks it later in the day. The closer we get to the bacon being cooked, the more excited I become. See, I haven't really figured out what I want, like, the streams on this channel to be. I know I had a whole bunch of fun yesterday doing one of these, to the point where I almost did what's it called? Another extra stream yesterday on this channel, just because I'm enjoying it. I'm like, I'm going to play some games or whatever. Oh no, Nathan, we haven't technically gotten married yet. That's going to happen later this year. I just use girlfriend and wife interchangeably because we've already been together for so long. Do you know what I mean? It's like the same difference to me. But no, that won't be until, when is it? May. That's when it's going down, bro. What up, randomness? Figured, but you wanted to make sure. Hey, nothing wrong with asking. Don't worry. Carly will make a video of part of it or whatever. She wants to share part of it, like, in some kind of video or something like that. Personally, I don't give a shit about recording. I don't want to record the ceremony and do all this stuff. Like, I don't know. Whatever she wants to do, I'm basically gonna be down with it. So whatever makes her happy, I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? I've never cared about that stuff. It's like, it's really what's it called? It's really wide open in terms of like how easy I'm going about this kind of stuff. So whatever makes her happy is the way I'm gonna roll. Ba-ba-ba. Reddit posts like Choosy Beggars was pretty fun streaming. Yeah. I think 18th. 18th sounds right, Bo Falcon. Carly just arbitrarily picked that date because she always thought it had special meaning and it never did, so we're just going to assign a special meaning to it, essentially. All right. Yeah, it's funny, man. I already do so much with magic on YouTube, right? I've got the Magic Historian. I've got Fantasy Geographic. I want to do a pack opening channel. And then my brain was like, you can do magic live streams here, too. And it's like, slow your roll. Talk about magic if you want to here and there. But try and make something that... Let's try and get some more variety going on here. Even if not as many people are interested. I think I'm going to do some, like, Minecraft streams, some other stuff. Just kind of, like, random variety streaming... for my own enjoyment. Yarr. I mean, obviously, all the streaming that I do, like on the Magic Historian, is for enjoyment as well. But you get what I'm saying. I'm trying to stretch it out a little more, do some different stuff, and still have a good time. I got some ideas I'm writing down in my books and stuff. So basically, I'm kind of treating this as if like. Before, what happened was the breakfast streams were part of the Magic Historian, right? So you just had 2 streams a day there, and we'd have the breakfast and the night streams, and they were very similar. And, I mean, hell, that could be what ends up happening here, too, with the similarity of them. But, hey, I made a little Stonehenge out of my bacon. I didn't even notice. That's funny. All right. Trying to do a bunch of things at once, so I'm losing my train of thought. There we go. Okay. Wow, this egg got spread. The egg white got spread real fast. Oh, we're getting close to my favorite part of breakfast, when I actually get to eat it. So yeah, basically I just figured, like, there's time I spend gaming anyways, and I could totally turn some of that into streaming too. I'm going to be sitting around playing Minecraft for a few hours. Hey, what's up, Rebecca? How you doing? Minecraft for a few hours. I got MREs I want to do. I was talking to Carly about how we could do more, like, cooking and eating stuff on this channel. What I'm trying to do is give this channel more attention and have more fun with a wider array of things. I definitely don't, like, I know when people come here, they're going to want to talk to me about magic, because that's my biggest thing that I do, right? But I just don't want to have this just be, like, a 5th magic channel, There's other stuff that I enjoy, so it's just going to take some practice, because I'm used to mostly focusing on magic. And it's like we can't broaden our horizons if we don't broaden our horizons. Nothing changes if nothing changes. It's like a Tom Petty song. The waiting is the hardest part. Oh, Nathan, that's nice. That's nice. You know what? Me and Carly have been like, I don't know. I wouldn't say like super lovey-dovey, but there's just been like a lot of nice energy and everything. It's been really good. Like, she's been happy, I've been happy. It's been very, very good. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my water and my breakfast over to the office, and then I'm going to come back and we'll all travel there together. Oh, it's not paper towels I'm almost out of. It's napkins I'm almost out of. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's go on a journey, my friends. Dun, dun, dun. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Gotta navigate it. Navigate. Bum, bum, bum. What? What? Ah! All right, we made it. Okay. Now we gotta pop this sucker down because it's too high up. All this fiddly crap I forgot all about. All right, there we go. Oh, what's the best way to do this? Okay, I can see the chat there. Okay. All right. Get a better setup for this at some point, too. Skyfire, you like the try it food tormenting videos? Those can definitely be fun. The down the hatch stuff is amusing. Ah, breakfast finally. There it is. My bacon. My egg. Ooh, I feel like. I'm sweating. But I don't know if it's like from somehow getting too warm or just, oh, you haven't had enough to eat. You're not taking good care of. Oh, crazy. There's like a line here. Is that the light? Do you see that? What is that? Linda, where's my Discord? Deep in my heart, there's a discordant lack of balance internally. I'd say that's where my Discord is located. If you mean like the computer program Discord, then I don't have the links on this channel. You got to go over to the Historian and look in the description. At some point, I may have a Hatcher Discord, but I don't just have a Hatcher Discord. So I announce these live streams in the Magic Historian Discord currently. For the time being, these live streams are essentially like a revival of the earlier streams that we used to do on the Historian. It's going to take time for them to develop their own kind of personality, I guess. Nathan, nice sunshine. Yep, definitely. You think it's an arrhythmia? I don't know, Tasty. I've gone to my doctor, asked him about my blood pressure. I went to the doctor once and said that, like, I don't know, it was in the last, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, I'm guessing. I went to the doctor and was like, hey, I feel something weird going on with my heart. Like, I literally can feel my heart doing weird stuff, bro. And the doctor was like, oh, okay, well, let's check that or whatever. And he's like, I'm going to get, like, they put, like, a heart monitor on me. And it monitored me for a few days. Like, I wore it the whole time. And he basically was just like, there's nothing really going on. Sometimes people can literally just feel the contractions of their heart and stuff when, like, it's just, you're literally just feeling something that you normally can't feel. You got nothing to worry about, nothing's going wrong. I mean, something could have changed, but I think overall, I just don't have the healthiest habits, man. I don't get enough. The real biggest thing is I don't get enough exercise. 100%, it's that I'm too sedentary. And so when I move around, I start to get sweaty, like up in the forehead, under the lip or whatever. Like I get like effort sweat almost is what it is. And I see it when I get up to like record videos and stuff. Like it's there, and it's a sign of the fact that like I wasn't moving around enough, and my diet isn't the worst, but it's not the best. So dietary changes, more exercise better sleep, and more water is that's what I need. Like, I know why I feel like garbage. It's not a mystery. It's not a mystery. And ma'am, your doctor's answer is always eat less, lose fat. I mean, it makes a big difference, right? Nathan, yeah, a lot of us, you're right, a lot of us have been sedentary. And I mean, that's like a side effect of doing this. Right? Because I can sit around. Like, I don't have to get up and do anything, right? And we have animal brains that still think we're living in the wild. So our animal brains are telling us, bro, conserve energy. Energy is rare and hard to come by, right? So you need to conserve it. But the thing is, it's not truth then. It's not the truth for us. We have sorted out our food supply issues, right? So we have access to food whenever you want. So you have a brain that's set up to go, food energy is hard to get our hands on. Get as much food energy as you can. Move as little as you can to maintain that energy. This is an excellent survival strategy. However, when you change the conditions and food becomes insanely plentiful and moving around to get that food becomes unnecessary, then you enter into a situation where your brain going, conserve energy, is actually a nightmare. Get as much energy as you can and conserve it becomes the path to the danger zone, right? Rebecca, the old school Halter monitors. Yeah, I don't know. I had a bunch of stuff stuck to me. It was really annoying. It was really annoying. Nathan, you got a foot of snow? We had a ton of snowfall too, bro. Tasty, yeah. Exercise, like you have to go out of your way. When I was dealing with the card store or whatever, I had to deal with big boxes of cards, moving stuff around, running around to talk to people, put up the pairings. There's all kinds of stuff to keep me moving. Then when that all stopped, that was it. So now I'm actively having to take steps to fix things. Man, I feel better after having some food. I mean, the keto diet doesn't really strike me as that strange. I mean, I lost, like, I was super underweight. And I was eating bacon every day, you know? So, I know it ain't that. Nathan, me too. Sleep better, eat better, exercise. Harmless things to do if I want to be alive in 50 years. Same, man. I have the motivation as well. Same kind of motivation I imagine you have. Of having people who rely on you that you want to be around for. Like, I don't think that Carly's disability is going to get easier on her as time progresses. I think life is going to get more difficult for her. And I want to be around to help her. And I want to be as strong and healthy as I can. You know what I mean? She's a little sweetheart. And with her disability, if something happened to me and I couldn't take care of myself, she would take care of me on top of that. So it's just like, I don't know. We're both like super dedicated to each other. And I just want to make sure that I'm around so we can have a long, healthy, happy, fun life together. And that's actually what you want in a relationship. Somebody you care about so much that it's like, I care about your house so much. And I want you to have a good life so much that I'm willing to do things I absolutely fucking hate. I hate it. And I'll do it every day if I have to. I'll get up now. I've got my Fitbit. I'm getting up every day. I'm trying to be active. My feet hurt. My knees hurt. My back hurts. My body tells me to quit every day. And I say, if we give up now, it just gets worse from here. The reason that we hurt like this is because we weren't doing this, not because we are doing it. So shut up. We're doing it. Like, I literally have to yell at my own body like it's a small child. Like, shut your mouth. We're doing it. And I'm putting myself through it. And I know that as I go, it's going to get easier because I've been in periods before in my life where I started to exercise. And you get in the flow and there are rewards. But it's a lot of work. And it sucks, and it feels uncomfortable, and you got to do it over and over, and you got to fight against your own brain, which is going to try and stop you, right? Like, there's a lot to it, but I'm dedicated. Nothing's going to stop me. Not even me, baby. What up, Galindo? My breakfast is good. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, Galindo? Oh! mm. Mm-mm-mm. I'm not willing to become a maniac and like go full like I only make healthy choices. Like you gotta enjoy your life, right? Mm. Oh, bacon. How I love you. You do your. It's like I bet you don't want exercise advice. You know what, man? I've become accustomed to people just giving me advice. I've accepted the fact that if you talk about things on the internet, people are going to tell you their opinions. So I used to get like, yeah, whatever, but it's all good. It's all good. I mean, you have the awareness to know. It's like, hey, this may not be welcome advice, but convict conditioning is what worked for me. Different things work for different people, man. So it's not bad to have different options. I'm gonna find my path bit by bit. I'm not gonna stress too much about it. Linda, yeah, that is the kind of advice you learn as you get older. Proper footwear goes a long way. Nathan, your solution to the feet hurt, back hurt, everything sucks is resistance training. Fair enough. I know for me, part of it is because I just started to do I've just started to do these exercises. So what happens is some days I get too active and I push it and I can feel it for a couple days afterwards and I take it easy for those couple of days. But as a result of doing that, I already noticed an improvement, which shows how out of shape I was, right? So it's like I can already see minor improvements just from doing this. It's pretty nutty. So basically my plan is to just start out by getting myself active. And then once I am in the routine of being active, then I will up the intensity of the activity. Because like right now, I'm keeping it low intensity because I understand myself and I know what it's going to take to build me up to the right level. So right now it's just like walking, speed walking. I'm not worried about doing push-ups, sit-ups, weight training, all that kind of stuff. That comes later. The first is literally just getting into the perpetual habit of taking care of my health, right? Rebecca, yeah, honestly, the Fitbit is a very useful item in this regard because it has the notifications that remind you to get up and move, and it will allow you to track your progress. And it works where Carly's will go off and tell her she needs to get up and move, and I'll see her get up and move, and that reminds me. So it's like we're working as a team, you know? Mm. Mm-mm-mm. That's good. Rebecca, you got the premium as well. Hey, I don't have that. I think it's cool that it keeps track of your like sleep and other things. Seems pretty neat overall. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Hmm. I just want to feel better. Not feel like garbage is often, you know? Oh man. Oh wow, look at the bots even find the small live streams like this one. There's no escaping. I guess I gotta handle that one myself. I don't really have a mod squad over here. Oh, I'm not logged in. Oh, oops, hold on. I'm not even logged in on my channel. I'm logged in on the historian. Let's go over here. Mm. Okay. All right, bot taken care of. Nathan, all right, buddy. I will bear that in mind. It's always good to know places you can go for useful information. Linda running a Garmin equivalent? Yeah, I've heard they make really good ones, actually. Rebecca, Black Friday deal 6 months for free. Sweet. Nothing wrong with that. Take advantage of it, right? Oh, man. I am happy. I am happy to be full of food now. Look at that hair. Nice hair, buddy. I'm already feeling better now. I woke up feeling kind of garbagey. Honestly, I woke up feeling garbagey enough that I was like, should I even do the breakfast stream? And then I'm like, wait, you used to do those streams not feeling that great, and it's whatever. You'll shake it off as you go. It's just a chill hangout. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I show up and I'm not 100%, because I'm not putting on a presentation for class or something. So it don't matter. I'm just trying to build back up the habits of doing streams on this channel so that I remember it's an outlet. If I'm going to sit down and play Minecraft for 3 hours, be like, bro, you can stream this if you want to, you know? This is the way that I started limiting myself to one stream on the Historian. I started limiting myself to one stream on the Historian for the stats thing, and then I just completely, like, forgot about doing anything else overall in terms of the streams. So, getting back into the flow, definitely on the list. Oh, no, that's right. Actually, you know what? We should. Here you go. Let's deputize you. There you go. Because you're really quick on the draw with that kind of stuff. There you go, man. You've been given a tool of authority. So I'm hoping over the course of this weekend to finally get the office completely organized. I know I've been talking about it, but part of it is Carly wants to help me, and she keeps getting called into work and doing other things. So she doesn't have the time to do, like, to help me with it. And I feel like she's going to feel bad if I do it on my own. So I've been leaving my office in suboptimal condition for a while now, so she won't feel bad. My brain's like, the YouTube videos aren't quite as good because the quality could be better, but it's like I care more about Carly's feelings than the audience. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like you guys, but Carly's feelings are more important to me overall. So I've just been letting it go. But this weekend, I want to get it done. We were able to get the haircut last night, so that's all right. It definitely feels a little bit different than the haircuts I normally, just a tiny bit different. But still a lot better than just a... Is there anything going on in terms of magic today to talk about? I don't know. I don't know if I have... I don't know. I might actually take the day off from making a video on the Historian channel, now that I think about it. Unless there's some spoiler cards I haven't talked about. Every once in a while. Theodore, what's with the whiz bang orange logo next to Bo's and Nathan's name? Excellent question. So, here's how it works. You are already familiar with the information required for this because you have a channel membership. You know how you have that dope little shield that changes color, starts at purple, goes to blue, and how you're on the road to gold? That's the same thing. This is the standard issue. This has not been customized membership badges. So every single channel on YouTube that doesn't have customized badges has those auto-loaded in. So Nathan and Bo both happen to have the orange level membership badge, which I'm guessing is the 6-month plus badge, maybe? I'm not 100% sure on that. There's not a lot of channel members on this channel, which makes sense because this channel has lain mostly dormant most of the time. But I told myself 2022 was going to be when I revitalized the breakfast stream concept and took Hatcher into more of a live stream direction, wandering around and bringing more to the table, you know? Rebecca, welcome to Hatchling. Yeah, I went with Hatchlings. What concept did I, let's see, what do we got? We got Hatchling, Beefy Hatchling, Unstoppable Hatchling, Honored Hatchling, and Godly Hatchling. Oh, I can't do like the Bear Your Shield with Pride for this channel because we don't have a shield concept. I don't know what the channel, like, right now, I'm almost treating this like I'm almost treating this not like a new channel, but like a newish channel that hasn't really like found its footing. Fantasy Geographic knows what it is. The Magic Historian is pretty established. The booster opening channel I'm going to create is also going to have a particular focus. This one is going. It's weird because this one's focus is actually going to be that it is a wider channel. Like I'm just going to do whatever here, whatever kind of crazy live streams, whatever kind of videos I want to make. I'm not going to worry in any way about how it affects the metrics or anything like that. I want to leave the live streams up, but I don't want to worry about controlling my language in the live streams to try and make it so that there's no swearing and I want to have a live stream with it. It's just this channel's just going to be we're going to sprawl out and not worry about fuck all over here. The historian, I worry about stuff trying to balance it and flow that channel properly, but here I mean, the historian's obviously a live stream there too, so it's not like it's 100% focus. You get what I'm saying, though, you know? Nathan, you just checked 6 month plus is 12 is pinkish, 24 is red. All right, we'll need to devise a channel membership logo and some emoticons. Hey, Nathan, little hatchlings. Go on. It's come out of a winter hibernation. Yeah, a winter that lasted what feels like a couple of years. I discontinued the earlier streams quite a whiles back, right? I don't know. There's some stuff I have to get used to. The streams get processed differently when it's done on this phone as opposed to on the live stream software that I use on the computer. I noticed that because the stream I did here yesterday got hit with the limited yellow symbol. And I was like, wait, and it's like limited whatever. And I'm like, what's wrong with this? This is just like all the other streams I've done. I swore in it, whoop-de-doo. And then it said, no, there's a problem. And then today, when actually we were totally wrong, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. It's normal. And it's like, what was yesterday about? So I'm just expecting now that each live stream that's done this way will show up without the accompanying chat beside it. So if you want to see what everybody's saying in the chat, you'll have to wait to watch it later in the day. Yeah, I don't know, man. I thought, I think I'm going to start at a certain point to give the streams titles as well to give them an overall concept of discussion, but it's just going to be random subjects. I've jotted down some ideas to talk about. And it's the kind of things we talk about in the live streams anyway. So it'll give anybody who comes who's new to the streams and wants like a path into the conversation a way in. It makes it easier in that regard, you know? Where it's like, okay, you show up, you don't know what to say, you want to jump in, boom, there you go. We're talking about this. Okay, I can just make a comment about that. What up, Namias? How you doing? Like, I want these streams to be welcoming and inviting and fun and varied, and I want to have a good time with them too. You know, like I like the historian streams. I think we have a good time there. The problem is, I hate that they disappear. I hate that they have to get deleted, but they have to because they're so bad for my numbers that they have to be deleted, right? But then like any kind of cool conversation we have or whatever, it's all gone. You know, all the other stuff around it. Sure, there's a bunch of extra fluff in a live stream compared to a video, right? Like it's not something everyone's going to want to sit through, but there are people who are like, bro, yes, if you left the live streams up on Historian, I would watch them afterwards. There's been multiple people who have lamented that they couldn't see the streams afterwards. So this solves that problem where it's like, yeah, the streams are around afterwards, but I don't want it to just be an offshoot of the historian. And I know I keep repeating that, and part of it is because when I say these things out loud, it reconfirms it in my own mind. So bear with me. I tend to have this thing where to accomplish what I want to, it requires a lot of repetition to me, myself specifically, to get there. So you'll hear me talk my way through things over and over and over before I actually do it, which in some ways can be tedious and time wasting. Carly hates being exposed to it sometimes. And I understand it. It's like, why? You're just talking yourself in circles. But that's how I operate, and I eventually come to my decision. Oh, but yeah, man, I'm stoked. I'm stoked about playing some Minecraft today. I want to work on my base. This time around, I've been playing in a visual-based style. So by that, I mean I haven't been chasing power, trying to make the most awesome items I can. I am like I have found a volcano located in a part of the world I want to live in. I built the gear I needed to flatten the volcano out, and now I'm building a quarried stone home up on this volcanic island. And I'm going to build lily pad paths leading out to it. I'm going to build a huge tower that is rising from the middle of the lake. I've got a number of neat ideas, some gardens and stuff I want to set up. I want to make a visually enjoyable base. It's something I rarely do. I'm almost always focused on the mechanical power side of it, just getting the objects in the game that give me the most power and let me do the things I want to do. Now I'm working on designing houses and stuff like that without any of these tools. I'm finding it slow. Normally what I'll do before I start building my base is I'll build a jetpack, all kinds of crazy gear. I'll do the ritual that will allow me to make a builder's wand, and that is the item I'm missing the most. Builder's wands allow you to place multiple blocks at the same time. So normally when you're building something, it's like Lego, right? You're putting one little piece at a time, one little piece at a time, one little piece at a time. Builder's wand lets you go 7 to 10 at a time. So you can build out a wall, right? Or a tall wall or whatever, and then just tap the side of it and extend it by a full, like you had just laid 8 blocks. It's so much faster, but it takes a long time to build that. And I decided I'm going to make an attractive looking base before I start to get that stuff. So it's taken me days and days to build this building when it would have taken far less time in other situations. But I'm having good times. Goskalon, giant world with big mazes and stuff. Love it, dude. Love it. Are these streams safe for work, or are you just to have people? You know what the fuck? What do you mean? Are they safe? Oh. You're literally asking, are these streams not going to say, fuck you and stuff like that? No, you must have missed the earlier part of the stream where I was talking about, I just want to be able to chill here and whatever. So I'm not going to worry about the language. All that is based on trying to keep your videos getting the main reach and monetized. But with these live streams, I don't expect to make any advertising revenue. I don't expect these to be watched a ton afterwards. The handful of people who watch them afterwards won't really contribute much of anything in the way of ad revenue, but I do get super chats and stuff in these live streams. So basically, I'm just going to view that. However much money the streams make through super chats will be the income. I'm not going to worry about trying to keep it I don't say this and that because I don't want the YouTube censors to get me. When yesterday's video got hit with the yellow symbol, I just looked at it and went, that's going to be part of the nature of this channel. It is what it is. So the historian is going to be run in a more optimal manner where if I say the fucked up shit that I do over there in those streams get deleted because that doesn't gel with the overall channel. But here, these are going to stay up afterwards. They're going to be this chill kind of experience where we say what the hell ever. You know what I mean? That's the deal. So don't worry. It's and yeah, I'm in an alright mood. It's funny. It's are you keeping it safe for work or are you just feeling alright? Nami is, yeah, I am living on a dual land. That's true. Rebecca, you're transforming a village you found working on your manor house with a tower. Nice. That's awesome. Nathan, gotta get on with your day. All right, brother, we'll see you tonight over on the Historian. Have a good one. You remember the first time you played Minecraft, you tried to build the Eiffel Tower? I remember when I first started playing Minecraft. I was obsessed with building towers. And it was honestly almost a meditative experience for me. I found Minecraft to be incredibly zen. It's a singularly alone experience if you're not playing with other people. You're the only living being in this world that can really make any kind of lasting changes to it. So you wander around alone, and yeah, the villagers exist, but you can't speak to them really. You can't interact in any meaningful way. You can trade with them for objects, but they're not real beings either, right? You're the only sentient entity that actually exists. Asriel, just passing by and paying the perp tax. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So I'm wandering around in this Minecraft world by myself, just going, oh, this is neat. And I wandered out into the desert, and I built this huge tower of sandstone out in the desert. and I made windows so that you could see when the sun was rising and setting and when the moon was rising. Like I had a moon window and a sun window. I built a house into a cliffside with a waterfall flowing out front of it. I used to love to just go and stand on a balcony when it was raining and just listen to the rain patter down on it. Like I found Minecraft to be transcendental for me, and I really enjoyed it. And then I got my friends into it, so I started playing multiplayer, and that changed the experience because now there's other living beings in this world, and we're crafting an experience together, building the world into what we want it to be. We're not given quests by the game or whatever. We're working as a squad. What do we want to do? So I'm there building a gigantic diamond castle. Another one of my friends is building a forest with every imaginable tree in the game. Another one of my friends is out on the waters. He's built a massive pirate ship that he lives in. And I'm building this train line running all along the world so you can hop on it. It'll just pass on by. Woo, woo! And it'll just travel by everybody's different base on this giant journey. I love it. I love it. Yeah, Theodore, keep the volume low, buddy, because it's not safe for work. They're gonna hear things that good old Jesus don't want getting in their ears, boy. Do versions of all 10 duels exist in the world of Minecraft? You could totally make them, Namius. You totally could. Like the Tundra and stuff like that, you could make them all, legit. But yeah, I don't know, man. Minecraft really gives you a lot of fuel for your imagination. I played a world once where the idea was every time I died, I would create a new character, right? Like normally when you die in Minecraft, you just respawn. You can go and pick up your gear and continue on as if nothing had happened, right? That's part of what I like about the game. I don't like playing hardcore. You lose everything when you die normally. It's not my style. Every day, welcome back to the membership. You said it. You're like, I'll come back when these come back. And here you are. So the idea I had with that Minecraft world was basically every time I die in the world, I am actually reincarnated as a new character. And I treated it almost like Dungeons and Dragons in terms of character creation, where I gave each character a particular personality, and I would allow that personality to be shaped by events in the game. Essentially, I was Minecraft, like, not LARPing, but something along those lines. You could consider it that. Like the first character that I created, he's just wandering around the world. I didn't really give him a distinctive identity to start with. And then he came across a village. And the village, he goes into that village and he stays there overnight. And that night, zombies come in and raid the village. And they kill everybody in the village. And so I decided that my guy was traumatized by that and obsessed with saving people from the same fate. So he feverishly went in search of another village, basically gathered up all the crops because all the villages are dead. Some of them have been turned into zombies. So he had to regretfully slay the people who had turned into zombies, right? And then he sets out searching for another village. The only way things can be made right is if he can stop this from happening to other people. So he desperately searches until he finds another village. And as soon as he shows up at that village, he just starts digging up everything he can find around the village. Stones, dirt, it doesn't matter what it is. And just starts slamming them down. He's starting to build a massive wall around the whole village. That's all he's doing. Just got to get the whole village. Got to save these people. This has to happen like he's a madman. So I'm just feverishly trying to build this around. And then that guy died. And there were a number of different characters that I played. One of my favorites was a superstitious barbarian. So the barbarian basically is wandering around. And he's seeking kind of like a spirit vision from the gods. Like, where do I go next? And so the barbarian's like, to speak to the gods, I must go as high as I can. So I climb this super, 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 super high mountaintop. And I'm standing right at the edge of the mountaintop. And my character turns to, gods, give me a sign. What should I do? Intending to kind of look over the entire panorama and wait for some inspiration. But I spin around, and down there on the ground, there's a chicken with a tiny little zombie riding it. And I was like, what? I had never seen a miniature zombie riding a chicken. First time I ever saw it in the game. So I stood there stunned. So the barbarian, give me a sign, gods! Turns around, there's a little chicken with a zombie on it. He looks down at the zombie, and then the chicken zombie rushes him, just gink. Just so happens the barbarian's right at the edge of the cliff. So what happens? The barbarian plummets to his death. He seeks a sign from the gods, and the god's sign was, shut up and die, leave us alone. Off the cliff you go. And I laughed so hard at that. Whenever one of my characters, I would have a new character and I would just go off in a random direction. Whenever one of my characters would find one of my previous characters, like sites where they had died, I would build a little grave there kind of thing. I'm like, this is the site where this person died. And you could just you could see the unfinished lives of different people. Like, you could find, oh, why does this one village have crazy cobblestone, dirt, and sand walls around it? Oh, there's another village that has one that's half done. Oh, and this guy died here. That's where this character ended his life. I don't know. A lot of fuel for the imagination for me. I had a lot of fun with it. That might actually be a cool concept to stream, too, where I guess the people in the audience could help determine the new personality type of the newest incarnation. It's like a variation of hardcore where you just don't allow yourself to use any resources from your previous versions. Although you could theoretically make a grave robber character who was totally about robbing the other guys, and that would be funny. The rules were about previous characters was totally only if it makes sense from a perspective of the character. So if the character is one who would have no problem robbing a corpse, then cool. But the barbarian was a believer in God and superstition, so he would not dare mess with any of the belongings of a dead person, because you take those, it's like you're begging for the spirit to come after you, right? Like that kind of thing. So it's got to be justifiable by the character creation concept. Here I am talking about how in depth I get with the kids' computer game. I had a lot of fun with it. I really like Minecraft. I mean, I'm kind of doing the same thing right now where I'm like role-playing as a character who's interested in making a beautiful world instead of just getting hardcore power. Although I'm going to get power too. That's going to happen. Just more slowly over time. I'm going to start working on magical flowers soon. And that mod is actually based on Magic the Gathering. There's a mod called Botania, and it's based on Magic the Gathering. You use Mana Pool, and there's actually even a Black Lotus in the game that you sacrifice for a burst of quick mana. I love the Lotus, actually, because it lets you circumvent some of the really slow-rolling, annoying nonsense you have to do at the beginning. Because, if you want to use this mod, the first thing you have to do is purify some, logs and stone using a special kind of flower and whatever, so you can even build your mana pool and do all that stuff. And then you've got to slowly fill your mana pool by making flowers that pull sun power down and whatever. But if you have the Black Lotus, all you have to do is build the mana pool, and then you slam the Black Lotus into it, and you're like, yeah, start feeding some iron and diamonds in there, infuse them with mana. Then you can make magical rings that'll magnetically draw everything to you. You can make a manufacturing halo, which is amazing. Oh my god, manufactory halos are the best, bro. They're essentially it's almost like programming macros in a way, where if you have one of these I don't know how much you know about Minecraft. If you play it, you know how often your inventory will get filled up with cobblestone. You go mining and all this stone just piles up and piles up and piles up, right? And so you end up with tons of it in your inventory. Well, in the mod pack I'm playing, you can compress cobblestone down to save space. So you can take 9 pieces of cobblestone, compress it down into a piece of compressed cobblestone. Then you can take 9 pieces of compressed and compress those into double compressed. And you can actually keep going with that triple, quadruple. So you can have one block that is literally tens of thousands of cobblestone. It's great to keep them out of your way, but you have to take them all to your crafting table, and you have to compress them yourself. If you make a manufacturing halo, not only do you not have to do it yourself, but you don't even have to be at a crafting table. All you have to do is have it in your inventory with the recipes programmed in. So you just show it how to make cobblestone, double compressed, And then as you pick up cobblestone, it will automatically compress it. So it just, boom, it just helps to keep your inventory super managed. I love it. I love it. What's the name of the mod pack? Here, let me double check. I don't want to tell you the wrong one because I've messed around with a lot of mod packs lately. It is Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved to 3.1.0. So it uses a much older build of Minecraft. If you like to play using, like if you like shulkers and the birds and all the other crazy stuff they've added in, like we're talking about they're using a version of Minecraft that's probably like 8 to 10 years old. So depending on what it is you want out of your experience, it might not have it in, like you might not get it. But the mods included are awesome. There's so many great mods that I absolutely love. It's got Applied Energistics, which is my favorite inventory management mod in the universe. However, I will say the first iteration of Applied Energistics, they made the storage system really powerful, but they made it pretty cheap to make in terms of resources. So they decided to make it harder in the mod pack I'm playing in, and they made it too hard. Like the amount of work you have to do to create an ME system in this mod pack, it's obtuse. In the previous one, you just had to go out and mine up whatever resources, create microchips, all that kind of stuff. But in this one, you can't even create the necessary chips until you locate meteors that have crashed down into the planet. You can't even make a dent on these meteors unless you have the highest level like diamond pick gear, right? And then you've got to go around, find multiple of these meteors, get these individual pieces. But once you get the ME together, you can literally store all of your items inside it. And you can program it to auto-craft items in a much crazier way. Like the manufacturing halo is one thing. That's decent for compressing cobblestone or whatever. But a properly tuned ME system can build incredibly complex things. You can tell it how to build the most super involved items where it's like, okay, build me a jetpack. And then to build a jetpack, it has to know how to make a battery box. It has to know how to make batteries. It has to know how to make wiring. It has to know how to put rubber on the wiring to insulate it. Like all these different things. But you can literally, if you spend enough time, you can program it to the point where you can just dump raw ore into your ME system and say, make me a jetpack. And it will know, okay, grab the iron ore, send it to the grinder, grind it down to double ore production, pull it back into the system, send it to the furnace so that it gets smelted. Once it's done smelting, pull it back into the system, then send it down to the metal former to form it into the wiring, pull it back into the system, take the raw rubber resin that you have, send that off to the furnace, that gets cooked. Apply that to the wiring. Now take the wiring and the redstone, make the batteries. Put the batteries into the battery box. Now make all these different things. You program each item into it. But once you program the item into it, it knows how to make it forever. And you can teach it to connect to all of these different devices so it can operate all of them for you. You can get to the point where you can essentially obsolete yourself. I had one crazy setup where things got so nutty that my buddy would just be like, oh, he's like, dude, I just lost my mining laser. And he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's no big deal. He's like, what? He's like, I know how much time it took you to make that. I know how much resources went into it. And I'm like, no, bro, you don't understand what level we're at now. I had my ME system, and it was this huge thing. It was the size of an apartment building. And it was just this gigantic black tower. I called it Black Betty. And I'm like, you want another mining laser? Just go ask Black Betty for one. He's like, what? You know, I named it after that Ram Jam song, you know, oh, Black Betty. Anyways, I'm like, just go ask Black Betty for one. So he's like, what? And he goes, and he's like, so what do I do? I'm like, just type in mining laser. And he's like, there isn't one. I'm just click on craft. And he's like, what? I'm just click on craft and it'll make one for you. He's like, shut up. I'm like, watch. So he does it. And he's just watching and he's like, dude, it's doing all this stuff. It just made a mining laser. What? And I'm like, yeah, take 2 steps backwards. Stand where you are right there. It'll auto charge it for you too. Just amazing. Just awesome. It got to the point where I'm like, my friends didn't even have to wait for me to log in when they needed something. Because that's what would happen. They'd be like, dude, I died in the nether. I need another jetpack. Now it's just like I come back and like, I went through 4 jetpacks. And I'm like, whatever. Because they're just out there mining, right? Like, I'm building all this stuff while my friends are out grabbing crazy amounts of resources, just dumping them in. It's like, you guys just keep bringing the resources and I'll keep building. That was the way it worked because I loved, like, focusing on what's the best path to get the best resources to get us as powerful as possible. So they're all running around going, oh, we just left with like stone pickaxes and stuff. Here's our first load of metal and gear that we got. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to disappear into this hole. Let me know when you come back with the next load. And they come back and they're like, we've got a new load of gear. I'm like, great. Here's some chainsaws and jetpacks. Have fun. I'm like, what? And they just fly off. Thanks. So that was satisfying, you know? I became very adept at getting jetpacks done immediately. I got it down to the point where usually within the first hour of us getting onto a server, I could get us all airborne. And when you can get airborne, you have a massive advantage, right? So I definitely very much loved that. Obsolete yourself like in Wally? Yeah, every day. I totally do. I totally do love to obsolete myself in it. I like taking all the things that I would work on myself and replacing that. It's like, okay, I don't gotta do that. I don't have to do that. I'm going to build nuclear reactors. I'm going to build insane wind turbines, and I'm going to build a matter generator where I can essentially I can use a laser to break down pre-existing objects to understand their atomic components, and then I can use this other stuff to essentially atomically create anything I want. So I'm going to generate absurd amounts of power and generate infinite amounts of diamonds. It's going to be awesome. We need emojis to represent our passion. Well, you don't realize what a lucky opportunity you have right now. The people who are here at this point are the ones who have the opportunity to shape what the channel membership logo will look like and to influence emoticons as well. That's what happened over on the Magic Historian. Most of the emoticons that exist on that channel were inspired by or created by other people, right? So if you've got an idea, make it. You know what I mean? Slap something together. It's not like it needs to be super amazing. You've seen my emoticons. If you got an idea, you can say it. You can make it. This little light beam here. It's my microphone. What's up? I'm gonna eat it. Oh no, it's gone up into my brain. Habanero, you're still in bed? Oh, guys, habanero. He's probably not wearing nothing. It's getting spicy. You want to talk about some morning breakfast meats? He brought one uncooked sausage. The Atlantis Craft mod. I haven't tried it. There's a bunch of mod packs I didn't try because they don't have the mods that I want, you know? The Applied Energistics ones that I was talking about with the storage, I definitely want that. Thaumcraft, which is the magical mod. Oh, definitely want to have that, right? Every time I try playing mod packs that don't have these things, I eventually start feeling the tug of my desire for those things. So, yeah, I just use I use the Feed the Beast mod packs because they are set to flow smoothly. Yeah, yes, Thaumcraft is amazing. There is so much cool shit in it, dude. And the like this time, one thing I've never done before is have a domicile located in the taint. And that is one challenge I am looking to take on because the taint is dangerous and deadly. And literally learning enough magic to tame the taint and live within it feels godly to me. All right, well, my friends, this has been an enjoyable breakfast stream. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I've talked about so much Minecraft that I'm like, all right, I kind of want to play, and there's some other stuff I want to do. Who knows, though? If I don't put out a video on the Historian, I may actually just show up back here and live stream some Minecraft. I want to give this channel more attention this year, so I'm just going to start to do random things, and I may do them so frequently that this channel may not actually notify you as much. So, you know, peek on the Discord or whatever else. The good news is if you miss something, I'll leave the streams up afterwards. So you don't even have to like trip that you won't get an opportunity to see it at some point if you want, right? Some people only want to be here when it's live. Either way, Thanks for coming by, my friends. This has been an enjoyable chill stream. And if I don't see you beforehand, I'll see you tonight for the live stream over on the Historian. Peace.